So a few days ago I said the phrase Power Ranger gods, and unsurprisingly, a lot of you want to hear more about that, so let's talk about the Morphin Masters. Okay, so technically those guys in the picture I just showed are not the actual Morphin Masters, they are their emissaries, but we'll talk about them in just a second. The Morphin Masters are a group of ancient sorcerers who are presumably the first beings to tap into the Morphin Grid, which is the source of power for all Rangers across the multiverse. This is what they look like in the Power Rangers live-action shows, and while it's definitely not a bad design, I very much prefer the comics version, because this design for the Morphin Masters is way cooler. We don't know what the exact limits of their powers are since they're meant to be very mysterious, but we know that they are strong enough to destroy entire universes by severing their connection to the grid, so they are very powerful. And they also created the artifacts that power a bunch of Ranger teams. For example, the Dino Gems that power the Dino Thunder Rangers were created by the Morphin Masters. And they were also responsible for the creation of the Nexus Prism that powers the Ninja Steel Rangers and the Energems that power the Dino Charge Rangers. So then who are these guys? Well, like I said, these are the emissaries who can very simply be summed up as basically fourth-dimensional Rangers. Thousands of years ago, the Morphin Masters created these three beings with their goal being to spread peace throughout the universe. The emissaries exist outside of time and therefore have observed all teams of Rangers throughout time, space, and even the multiverse. Being fourth-dimensional, they don't have a solid form and constantly shift appearance between various Rangers of their color. Originally, the emissaries were a lot like the Watcher, observing events but not interfering with them, until the destruction and subsequent rebirth of the entire Power Rangers multiverse thanks to this jerk finally convinced them to start getting involved in things. And yes, don't worry, I will be talking about that storyline soon.